Bada bing, bada boom. You know what it is. Geeks are back on the scene. Picks and predictions video. Whole card. Let's get it. We got UFC Fight Night 69 Ferda.
Very nice. Walla.
We got Jessica Andrade coming out against Blanchfield. Two of the most elite flyweights in the women's division. This is going to be a great scrap. The rest of the card, we're going to have to just see how she pans out. So let's get right into this from the bottom to the top. We have got a new UFC fighter making his debut off the Contender Series, Clayton Carpenter, 6-0. This is a flyweight bout. He's coming out against Juan Camilo Ronderos. He is 4-1. Initial rips, Clayton Carpenter looked great on the Contender Series. Definitely see a lot of projectability in this kid. He's young. He's really good, man. 6-0. He didn't show many flaws on the Contender Series. He's a dog. This kid is definitely going to fight for the full 15. You don't got to worry about him taking his foot off the gas, which is something I definitely like. Juan Camilo Ronderos, another guy that's, an extreme couture guy, and this is his second fight in the UFC. He came out against David Dvorak 2021, got rear naked choked in the first. So this is going to be interesting. He's kind of making his balance. This is kind of like a double debut, David Dvorak, first fight went bad. This is his run back of that. So, off rip, Clayton Carpenter, big favorite. I'm riding because he's a dog and he's a good guy on the ground too. So he's going to be able to throw up those sub attempts and whatnot. Goosey, what are you feeling like off rip on this?
Dude, this is weird because Clayton Carpenter making his debut versus Juan Camillo, he has already had a fight, but we've seen more of Clayton Carpenter like as fans on the big stage because he had a pretty solid war on the Contender Series. There were some question marks. He had been getting quick finishes. We saw what we needed to see. All right, he's very about it He's very about the fight game. After, in his interview, he was talking about how he loved that war. He's just a warrior. He wants to go out there and keep proving it. So I'm sure at 26, he's going to be rapidly improving. Very good boxing, good grappling as well. And I think that he's going to be a lot bigger than Juan Camillo in there. So I'm going to pick Clayton Carpenter here.
Fish, what's your take?
Oh, yeah, I'm riding Clayton in this one. Ronderos coming out of Extreme Couture. But, yeah, I like Extreme Couture. But David Dvorak is also, I hold him to high regards. But I'm going to ride with Clayton. I think he could put the pressure on him and just keep it there, like you said. I like Carpenter in this one.
All right, for sure. Let's get right into the next one. We got AJ Fletcher, who's definitely a exciting prospect. This kid brings absolute nukes to the octagon. He's coming out against Temba Garimbo. This is going to be Garimbo's debut, I believe. And he's dangerous, man. 10-3. This guy's coming out of South Africa, Zimbabwe to be in particular, where this guy was born out of. This is his debut. He's fighting on Fury. He got a decision win. Now he's coming in. He was scheduled to fight Billy Golf. That got canceled. This is going to be a really good fight because AJ Fletcher's always a live dog. I don't care what anybody says. He's an absolute muscle beast freak in there. And he has the ability to end the fight in many positions and at any moment. So I think AJ Fletcher is going to be who I'm riding with in this. Just someone I know can compete at the UFC level, can really hang in there. And, even though his gas tank was kind of a problem in the last fight, I think that, he's at a good camp with Poirier. So he's going to be putting in that work. He's going to come back out. He's going to look much better. He's a young kid. And Garimbo's got his hands full here. So I'm going with Fletcher. What's your take, Fish?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the live odds on this. Let me see. The odds that are coming in.
Goosey, what do you
We
think?
got.
Well,
I'm thinking AJ Fletch, pretty dangerous dude. Themba, I haven't seen enough of him. Obviously there's not too much film, but it looks like he struggles in the grappling department. Probably not a lot of wrestling to go off of in Africa. So I'm thinking that AJ Fletcher will be able to come out, use that grappling game plan, and then hit some big overhands as the fight starts to tire on. Because AJ Fletcher, he gassed out, but this time he's coming back after a little bit of a layoff. on short notice. I don't think it's going to be that short of notice. Something tells me that he's been prepared, he's been locked and loaded because he's at a point in his career where he can't be really taking a lot of risks coming off a loss like that. I think he's calculated with this move. He's going to show up ready to go, and I'm excited to see it. That being said, Thumba is a dog, very, very entertaining from what I've seen. Good stand up, and if AJ Fletcher doesn't come correct, he could be finding himself taking a quick nap in this one.
Facts. Fish, you find the odds?
No, yeah, I like he's at plus 225. But
You're
no,
talking
yeah, I
about
mean
Dumbo?
yeah, for Themba Garimbo, he is at plus 225. Fletcher, the favorite, 265. But this dude's got some submissions under his belt, and he's got some long ass arms, boy. He's got about 10-inch reach advantage on Fletcher, but I still see Fletcher getting the job done. But yeah, just because I haven't really seen this dude, and I know that Fletcher, I've seen him fight, and he's taking some L's, but I mean, I think he could just stay on top, do his thing. This guy's getting some submissions against some dudes that have got some questionable records, so I'm gonna stay away from that.
Feeling
Facts.
Fletcher knockout. Feeling Fletcher knockout.
I'm just thinking inside, bro, because with that reach disadvantage, bro, I feel like he's gonna be shooting a lot of takedowns and being really uncomfortable from the outside. But I mean, if he gets in there, yeah, maybe TKO, KO. Let's move into this next bout. This one's a good one, man. I'm excited to see this kid off the Contender Series. We got Nazim Sadikov, 7-1. He's good, bro. This kid's got some combinations, man. His hands are clean as shit. He knocked that kid out in the Contender Series, and it was poetry in motion. This kid's good. We're fighting Evan Elder, 7-1 as well. Interesting matchup there. This is a 155 matchup. I know that Elder competed at welterweight a little bit. So, he's going to be bigger guy. And that's the one thing I worry about in this matchup is that, Evan Elder, he's doing work over there at Sanford. So, I follow him. He's pretty dedicated to the craft. I mean, I don't really see, this guy coming out and folding in any way. So I think he's going to come out and he's going to follow through on a hard game plan of trying to take Nazim down and, impose that bigger person will. But I think Nazim Sadikov's live for a knockout in this one because that's really the only way I see Evan Elder going down. If he doesn't get knocked out, I think Evan Elder's going to be winning a lot of minutes. But I'm taking Nazim inside the distance. I think he's going to be able to put him away. I think he's going to be able to land a shot, and I'm ready for it, man. These are both really good prospects, though. Like I said, I think Evan's going to be winning a lot of this fight, so not a bad pick there. Definitely coin toss kind of fight. What are your takes?
You want to go first, Goosey?
See, yeah, I'll take it just to jump in and be brief here. I'm going to pick Nasim Sadikov. Evan Elder, not the most impressive debut. Obviously, it was on short notice, and you could see that dog in him. But as you look through his resume, he's fought 2 fighters with winning records. The fight before he got to the UFC, I think the guy stepped in on short notice, but he was a 9-16 opponent. Nasim Sadikov, he was very tested on his way to the UFC. He had a very good fight on the Contender Series. He's dangerous, stand up and grappling. And going off what I've seen, I think Nasim is going to get it done here.
No, yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm riding Nazim as well. I think they moved this fight up to the featured prelim as well, so that's pretty dope. And they swapped it for Lino Landsberg and Myra Bueno Silva, so I think that was a good move. So I
Who you
like it.
trying to spotlight?
I like it.
Little
Yeah,
spotlight right there. All right, well, let's
give me
move into this
Nazim.
next one. You're going Nazim. We're all going Nazim. And I think that for the most part, we're taking him inside. But let's go. We got OSP. This is light heavyweight scrap coming out against Felipe Lins. Felipe Lins, either or, 15-5 Brazilian. He's been looking good. I mean, he definitely had a body morph where he just shed a whole bunch of weight and looked like he started to take his career seriously. And he's fighting OSP, who is like the complete opposite of what I just said. He is going backwards. He is literally backtracking terribly fast. And I'm taking Philip Linz inside the distance. OSP, I love him to death. I've seen all of his last couple fights and just no glimmers. I even watched him grapple. Uh, he did like one of those big grappling cards. It it's gone. It's gone. OSP's hanging in here for paychecks, and Philip Linz is on a mission. So give me Linz, give me him inside. Obviously OSP's live. He's got big power and all that kind of stuff, but I'm giving him less than 10% chance on my little radar. So what are you thinking off rip on this one, Fish?
I'm liking Felipe Lins on this one. Um, Maybe even TKO finish. I think he just really tries to grind out of TKO ground and pound finish. Could get on top in the situation and just really let it rip. I see a Vince just kind of curling up, you know, giving up. But I do love him. He does have a threat on the ground as well. He's got some tricks up his sleeve, but yeah, yeah, it's just he's not looking good recently. So give me Leans, Monstro.
Much more. Chikakus.
All right. I'm glad that you both picked Felipe Lens because it frees me up a little bit. I'm gonna pick OSP. Is it a heart pick? Maybe, but he doesn't get taken down too much, and I think that the real gap would have been in the grappling. He's pretty good at staying on the feet. He can manage the grappling well enough, I think, to stay up top with Felipe Lins. He's going to have some reach on him, keep him at range. And we've been seeing OSP lose to top tier guys, because he is coming down from that top tier a little bit. Felipe Lins hasn't vaulted himself up to the high level. I think that OSP, with a little step back in competition, he's a pretty sizable underdog here. Could be worth a little salt-based sprinkle on there. But as CEO said, he hasn't been looking the best. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. My pick's gonna be OSP decision.
Interesting take. You'll get a lot of value. Let's get on to the next one. Dude, I mean, this card's not as bad as everyone says, bro. I'm looking forward to this one as
Some
well.
sleepers.
Sleepers, dude. For real, just because you don't know the names on the card don't mean it's trash. I mean, Jamal Emmers, 18-6. He's coming out. This is a 45 scrap, featherweight, against Hussein Askabov, 23-0. Dude, this guy is freaking disgusting, man. I don't know what's taking so long to get him in here. I know that he's been flying around doing his thing. The guy's got some swag. Check him out on Instagram. This dude's coming to murder people, and he's got hands for days. And this is just the first one. I mean, there's two of them. He's got a twin brother, Hassan, who is also an absolute beast, and he's like 23-1. So wait till you guys get a glimpse of this man. He is going to bring ruckus. Jamal Emmers, bless your soul, my brother, because Hussein is coming with a lot of smoke. And I'm taking him inside the distance. I might even take him round one because, I ran into this guy a couple times in real life, and this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. He's going to come out like a banshee. So mark my words, man. Take round one. What do you got, Goose?
Yeah, Hussein's going to be the pick for me here. Obviously, 23-0, very polished record. You know what you're going to get from him. He can mix it up. He's a dog on the feet, dog on the mat as well. Jamal Emmers, on the other hand, freak athlete, does some crazy stuff in the cage, but some of the decisions make you head scratch a little bit, and if somebody's going to upset Hussein, it will be a freak athlete that catches him with something big. I don't think it's going to be this fight, though. I think Hussein comes in, impresses with the performance, and I think he's going to gain a lot of followers this weekend.
Which is already crazy because I'm telling you guys, check his account. Like, this guy's already a superstar. He's already a superstar. He's got millions of followers. So check him out. Fish, what do you got?
Yeah, I think Hussein Askabov, he was supposed to fight in the Long Island card, with Yair and Ortega, but he withdrew to injury due to injury. But he is a nasty motherfucker, and I'm gonna ride with him. But yeah, he hasn't fought since 2020. I love that he trains at Tiger Muay Thai, some dogs over there. He trains at Top Team, some dogs over there. So give me Askabov, 24-0. Let's go.
Let's go. Short and sweet. Lock in for that one.
Kobe.
Let's get into the next one. This is a good girl fight. I mean, 135 scrap bantamweight, Lena Landsberg, 10-7, coming out against Mayra Bueno Silva. And when I say this is a good fight, I mean Mayra Bueno Silva's fighting. She's got haymakers, man. This girl delivers nukes, and she's 9-2-1. And this is going to be a fight where she displays, some dominance in my eyes. Lena Landsberg, just not a lot that jumps off at you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of meat and potatoes. Whereas Mayra Bueno Silva, when you watch her, it's definitely a lot of razzle dazzle. She hits a lot harder than a lot of females do. And you know what? She likes to stand and bang. She likes to stuff those takedowns. She's got jujitsu. Like, she's just dangerous, man. She's a fun girl to watch fight. And I think that she's way more dangerous than Lena Landsberg in this fight. So that's where I'm going. What do you got, Fish?
Give me Mayra Bueno Silva. I do like the under on the old DK. It's plus 130 for the under 2.5. So I like it. I like it. I might just go with the KO for this one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Mayra Bueno Silva, very dangerous. Definitely the more dangerous lady in there. Lena Landsberg, the self proclaimed elbow queen. Don't think that's going to be enough. You said the DraftKings line is plus 130 on the under. That is very, very low for a women's fight. I think they know something's coming. All right. Mayra Bueno Silva, nasty with the submissions. I think that's going to be the one for her because Lena Landsberg, once she gets hit with a few shots, she's going to be rushing in to get the grappling going. I think she leaves the neck, leaves maybe an arm exposed. Mayra Bueno Silva is going to snatch that thing, boy. Submission victory.
All right, bet. Let's go to the next one. Jim Miller, the legend, 35-16, coming out against Alexander Hernandez, 13-6. Super interesting. I mean, as much as I'd love to ride Jim Miller in this bout, I'm gonna take Alexander Hernandez just because the age gap is a little bit too much here. Like, we're getting to the point where both these guys are high caliber lightweights, and this isn't one of those kids that's just gonna kind of roll over. You can't really catch him in anything stupid per se. Jim Miller's really good at capitalizing on things like that, and I think that Alexander Hernandez's pace is just kind of going to play a big part in this. He does have a really good pace, and as good as Jim Miller is, and maybe he will, hold his own on the feet. Maybe he even touches up Alex more than I'm thinking, but at the end of the day, Hernandez is going to be in and out. He's going to be moving really fast. He's going to have a huge advantage just in youthfulness, and that's going to play a big role, I think. So give me Hernandez by decision. You got Goose.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. I think the pace is going to be the issue as well here. Alexander Hernandez, he stays in your face. He's hitting you with punches. He doesn't do necessarily anything great, but he can hold his own everywhere. And I think that's what's going to be the problem for Jim Miller because he likes to hit that big overhand and grab a gilly. I don't think that he will have those openings. Alexander Hernandez, definitely not the prospect that he was, but he's losing to young savages and then one pissed off cowboy a few moons ago. But I think either way, Alexander Hernandez is going to be able to manage that overhand danger early, put a pace on Jim Miller that really grinds him out over the course of 3 rounds here. So Alexander Hernandez is the pick.
Fish.
I'm liking Jim Miller in this motherfucker.
Ooh.
And I'm
Ooh.
hoping it's gonna be some Modestus shit. I'm telling you. But
Shout out Modestus.
he's a
Shout out
dog for
Modesta.
that. He is a dog.
You a dog.
Respect, brother.
You a dog.
But no, I mean Alexander Hernandez, I remember he came out and lit Gritzmacher up like a Christmas tree. And I was like, I remember I had some adrenaline rushing right after watching that. I was like, whoa, but nah. After that, I wasn't feeling it. He was letting me down. And Jim Miller spoiled some tickets for me. So I'm riding him this time. Let's go.
Let's go, hey man. That
Fair
that
play.
old that old vet, he's savvy, dog. He
He
could always
is.
get it done. He could always get it done. Always a live dog. Let's move into the next one. Shanbo's fighter of the week. What an absolute snipe for the kid. William Knight, 11-4. Have a day, Shambo. Shout out the kid. This is a light heavyweight scrap. He's coming out against Marcin Prachnio, 15-6. When I tell you I don't know what's gonna happen in this fight, I can't be any more, upfront and honest. These guys are so hit and miss with their performances. Like William Knight will show up and just look like a completely different dude. Like I'm talking in every aspect too, like from his interviews leading into fights to the way that he looks. Like this guy will morph. Like, and you never know what you're gonna get with William Knight. So definitely never confidently bet on a fight that William Knight's involved in because he can also ruin your day. I mean, William Knight's the kind of dude that he contains all the athleticism and talent that it takes to do some crazy shit, but it just never can consistently put it all together. And obviously, like I'm saying, he could put your lights out at any second, and he's got this crazy power. Marcin Prachnio, he's going to want to bounce around. He's probably going to try to gas out William Knight, but at the same time, he could just come into this and start up. This could be a bar fight. So I'm probably just going to stay away. And Prachnio is probably the best guess because he'll have the better gas tank and he's probably better just technically on the feet over 15 minutes and probably reach, height, all that kind of stuff that goes with fighting William Knight. So, yeah, I'll take Prachnio, but like I said, no confidence. What do you got, Goose?
Hesitantly, I'm going to take William Knight here. Obviously, kind of blindly throwing darts at the board in this one. You don't know what version of which guy's going to show up, but I think you look at it, Prachnio struggles when he's getting hit with big shots and when guys can grapple him. William Knight will have the ability to do both of those things. If he does it, I mean, we'll have to see Saturday, but I mean, going into this, I think he has the ability to get it done. Obviously, Prachnio can keep it at range and dance for 15 minutes, but I think he's going to get caught with something or tackled in the process. So I'm going to pick William Knight here, probably by finish.
I just want to see some aggression out of William Knight. I want to see him walk forward and try to kill someone.
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. Too much. Twist that dick! Twist his dick!
What do you got, Fish?
Yeah, and this one, I'm gonna ride with Prachnio because he is tall as fuck. William Knight is unpredictable. And these guys were actually slotted to fight back when Lewis and Spivak were supposed to fight for the first time. Yeah, so on that Kennedy and Kudalaba card, they were slotted to fight. I don't know. I don't remember what happened. Was it a William Knight weight issue or what?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I do not trust that man anymore. He's lost the trust. So give me the 6'3" motherfucker going against a 5'10" motherfucker that is a loose cannon, unpredictable ass motherfucker. So
Let's
he
go.
is yoked as hell. He is yoked as fucking could put a motherfucker's lights out, but I don't know. I don't see it happen. He need to go fat overhand or some shit because that he's up there. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's true. He's gonna have to be reaching. And all right, let's just move right into the next one. Josh Parishian, 15-5. This is a heavyweight scrap, by the way, versus Jamal Pogues, 9-3, contender series. Impressive, yes. Josh Parishian, we all know Josh Parishian. We know what we're getting with Josh Parishian. Um, I'm taking Josh Parisian. Uh, Pogues just isn't ready. He's really, really. I just don't know how his training's gonna be. He could come back into this fight and I mean, he definitely had the talent, the skill, the projectability to put a lot of stuff together and come back into the ring looking a lot better than he did in the Contender Series. I just don't know if he will. Uh, Josh Parisian's gonna stand up. He's gonna have to eat some big shots. He's gonna have to get off that stiff jab from Pogues, but I think that Pogues is gonna fall off gas tank wise. And I think that Parisian's going to be able to put a decent pace on him in this one. Really switch things up, really hit him from different spots, really introduce this guy to the UFC. Um, I don't know, man. I don't have enough trust, like you were just saying, like with William Knight. I don't trust Jamal Pogues yet. I thought that there's a lot of holes in the Contender Series fight, and I think that Parisian's vet enough to take advantage. So that's where I'm laying with that one. Fish, what's your rip off?
Yeah, so Parisian, 33 years old, Pogues 27. Yeah, with Pogues, I mean, just some I was pulling for him, hear the emotional stuff on the Contender Series, whatever, but yeah, I think Parisian has just got more experience, and these dudes are just some big dudes. It's kind of a mostly a coin flip kind of fight, but I think the experience is going to take over. And but also both these dudes have a negative strike differential, so it could be a nice little slugfest for us. They're going to be getting hit a bunch, so let's get it. Give me Percy though.
Pogues. I'm going Pogues. He's 9-3. He's got a couple losses, but they're all to good opponents. And the guys that he's lost to are all like they've only lost to good opponents. So I think he's kind of one of those guys. He's in that very good athlete pool of MMA fighters. He can mix it up on the feet. I think you're gonna see the athleticism difference. And then Parisian, I mean, he hasn't been impressing me. He had a pretty good last fight, but he was getting rocked around by Alan Badeau, who hasn't had the best success. Dante Mays beat him up, and then our guy Parker Porter also beat him up. I think Pogues is going to do enough to hit him with a big shot and end the night early. The gas tank could be an issue because Parisian does like to really turn it into a bar type brawl, but I expect Pogues is going to be able to hit him with something clean and first or second round. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I really like Pogue's jab. I really like his jab. I think it's just going to be a matter of fact. If I think he stands a little straight up, I think the leg kicks are going to affect him a lot in this fight. But we'll see, man. He's definitely a live dog. A lot of talent. Big athlete. Let's go.
Persian, I'm at least on the odds I'm looking at. Persian's a +2.
Yeah, Pogues a pretty decent favorite.
Let's go. All right, co-main event: Zach Palga versus Jordan Wright. I don't know how this is a co-main event. Uh, Zach,
Fire.
Zach Palga, I think he came off tough, and then you got Jordan Wright. You got the hillbilly, the Beverly Hills, the Beverly Hillbilly Ninja Killer. I'm taking him, bro. I love Jordan Wright, bro. This guy is here to lay it on the line, bro. This guy's get or get got, motherfucker. And I love it. Jordan Wright by KO. Give me that. Is he moving up to heavy? Oh, okay.
light,
This is
light
light heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, no. Jordan Wright,
Just jumped a weight class.
he's got something to prove. He's got something to prove. Let's go. Give me the Beverly Hillbilly.
All right, yeah. Jordan Wright might be my Huckleberry
I'm your Huckleberry.
because I keep picking him. He keeps losing, and I'm gonna do it again. I think he's dangerous. He does lay it on the line. Going up a weight class is probably going to help his chin a little bit. And then I think, he's going to be the best guy Palgas fought. Muhammad Usman was able to put his lights out with one shot. The Ninja's going to be tough to deal with early, and I think Palga, especially like a pretty heavy favorite, he hasn't shown enough. He's got pretty clean hands, good defense, but the Ninja's pretty good on the feet. I hope he doesn't grapple because Palga will stuff the takedowns and just gas him out and eventually knock him out. I need to see a stand-up game plan. One of them's going down early. I'm picking the Beverly Hills Ninja to be the one standing.
Got Fish.
I'm riding Jordan Wright in this one because,
Woo!
dude, yeah, Goosey probably was not expecting that, but
City boy.
dude,
City boy!
I, I'm riding Jordan Wright because he's a dog in this fight. Pauga, that boy, I picked him, and he was the fucking last leg of the fucking lay, and motherfucker got cracked and slept. So I am not picking that. So let me ride with Wright.
All right, a lot of personal disturbance with that guy.
It
Uh,
was.
I guess we'll take that up with him, whenever the future, presents that. All right, let's just get into the main event. We got UFC Fight Night 69.
Nice.
Nice. And we got the female boot on top. Jessica Andrade, Aaron Blanchfield, two of the most dominant flyweight women in the division, scrapping it out. Big implications, a lot on the line. I'm taking Andrade because this chick is a freaking beast, man. I mean, time in and time out, she comes in, she just shows everyone how dangerous she is. I mean, she's got slam knockouts, clean knockouts. She's got submissions on the ground. She's got standing submissions. I mean, this chick is literally top 5 women's fighters for me. And obviously, if you go around and you ask people all time, flyweights, Andrade is going to be in the conversation, top 10, at least. I'm saying top 5. Aaron Blanchfield has a lot to prove. Yes, the styles make matchups, and she's a wrestler, and I'm sure Goose is about to go crazy on this. But I just think that Jessica Andrade's overall power, athleticism, where she's at right now, her confidence, it's gonna land something devastating on Aaron Blanchfield. I think that she's just in another realm right now. Until Aaron Blanchfield does something or beats someone, of that super high caliber, I really just can't trust it. I know that Vegas is playing games because we all know this line should be big, and they've got some serious trust issues here because it's only plus 140 Blanchfield, minus 190 Andrade. They are up to something. They know this is going to be a competitive fight, but I think Andrade is just going to prove them wrong. I think I'm taking Andrade inside the distance. Goosey, let's hear the other side of this.
I'm going with the Blanchinator, Aaron Blanchfield. I think in the women's divisions, wrestling is OP. All right. They don't have a lot of girls wrestling programs, especially I know in high school in America, maybe outside of America, but not in Brazil. All right. Aaron Blanchfield's been in the game. She's been wrestling. The grappling is on point. I don't see her getting subbed. She's got to worry about the feet, but she's a big 125er. All right. Andrade, she bounces between 115, 125. She's not going to be the biggest in there. I think, you take the size, the wrestling ability of Blanchfield. I think we kind of see what the odds thought we were going to see in Islam Volk. Islam was a 3-1 favorite. Everyone thought he was going to be bigger, get him on the ground, drown him out. I think that's what Blanchfield's doing to Andrade this weekend. Obviously she doesn't want to play on the feet too long, but if she gets stuck there for a few minutes, I think she'll be fine. She's got a few good kicks. She's got a head kick knockout. Her only loss is a split decision to Tracy Cortez, who's also one of the best wrestlers for the women's divisions. So, I mean, I think Blanchfield via the wet blanket. And to be honest, I could see her getting a ground and pound finish here. Blanchfield in round 3 sounds good. I'm going to go with it.
Rolled off the tongue. What do you got, Fish?
I'm riding. Andrade, baby.
Thank God, bro.
No, I'm riding Andrade. She is just a killer, bro. I'm not I like what Blanchfield's doing. She's young, super young, born in 99. That's when I was born. Shit. So I mean young.
She's
And
going to be getting better.
Yeah. So she is definitely I don't really see, I mean, the only way she could win, I see, is the wet blanket, like you said. But I think there's just more paths to victory for Andrade. She can crack her in the head. She could drop her on her head. She could kick her in the head. She could elbow her in the head.
I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I win. I'll whoop your head, boy. With the back of the steel. I'll whoop your.
Do a
But
lot
I
of things to
mean,
her head.
yeah, a lot of damage to the head. No, but I mean, for real, yeah, she comes out to kill, and Blanchfield comes out to kill, but she needs to get it to the ground in order to kill. So I think all Andrade has to do is, even if she gets taken down, threaten a submission before Blanchfield can, because Blanchfield does like to throw up submissions and try to grab an arm, Kimura, Americana, some shit like that. But as long as Andrade could just pose some sort of threat on the ground, I think she'll be chilling. Blanchfield will get a little bit uh kind of frustrated she can't get the sub off, and Andrade gets up. She's been in a couple of dog fights, so Blanchfield's been having her way. I think if she gets cracked a couple times, Andrade's gonna find her way. So give me Andrade, vet experience. She's fought the goats. Give me that.
Let's go.
Valentina Shevchenko took her down 7 times and crucifixed her with elbows. Just saying. Obviously, Valentina ground game might be fraud though. So that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right. He's putting it out there. He's putting it out there. I mean, not like Blanchfield didn't just crucifix Molly McCann in her last bout. It's
Yeah,
there.
gave it a
But
little boogie.
but
It is really close. Andrade, like you said, it was plus 190 or whatever. For
Minus 190.
Miami minus 190 for Andrade. She had minus 155 right now. Blanchfield's at one plus 135. So it's getting closer and closer. So it
Divisions are
is
spreading
it is
throughout the
kind of
land.
sketchy. Maybe lay off the lay on this one or so. Because I mean I'm confident in the pick, but the like you said, the Vegas knows. They know something.
yeah,
Like
dude.
like a little kid in the locker. Andrade is getting noogied this weekend. You heard it here first.
No, you didn't. We're riding on Raj. That's just Goose. Thanks for tuning in. Picks and predictions, full card. We are ooh. Let's go.
UFC Vegas 69.